Why trust in divine providence during times of crisis? When we experience a crisis, it is easy to fall into fear, uncertainty, and a sense of helplessness. In such moments, it seems like everything is slipping out of control. However, the Bible teaches us that divine providence is always at work and that God watches over our lives, even in the most challenging times. The psalmist writes, "Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will act." Psalm chapter 37 verse 5. These words remind us that even when we do not understand the situation, we can trust that God knows what He is doing and is guiding us toward good. Jesus said, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground outside your Father's care. And even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows." Matthew chapter 10 verses 29 to 31. This passage reminds us that God cares about every detail of our lives. Psychology confirms that trusting that not everything is under our control but can lead to good helps cope with crises. Trust reduces stress and allows us to focus on what we can do instead of worrying about things we cannot control. How to trust in divine providence during times of crisis. Firstly, turn to God in prayer. Paul encourages, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Philippians chapter 4 verse 6. Prayer allows us to offload the burden of worries onto God. Secondly, remember God's promises. Paul writes in Romans, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him." Romans chapter 8 verse 28. Even in difficult moments, God is working for our good. Thirdly, learn to be grateful, even in challenging times. Paul wrote, "Give thanks in all circumstances." 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 18. Gratitude helps us perceive God's presence, even when everything seems against us. Fourthly, seek support in the community. Paul writes, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way, you will fulfill the law of Christ." Galatians chapter 6 verse 2. Sharing our difficulties with other believers brings comfort and helps us understand that we are not alone. Fifthly, trust in God's timing. In Ecclesiastes, we read, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. Crises often lead us to new beginnings, but it requires patience. Trusting divine providence during times of crisis allows us to navigate difficulties with peace and hope. As Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." John chapter 14 verse 27. In His presence and guidance, we find the strength to endure every storm and discover new light at the end of the path. Peace and joy be with you. See you soon. Your friend sends greetings.